Behind me and to my right, with a very big V, is what I think, in my opinion, is Victory's greatest creation yet. What is up, YouTube? My name is Buddy Blues, and today we look at the Victory The Deputy. Let me grab it real quick. Yeah. That was easy. Why? Because it's this big, number one. Number two, it's this light. I was talking to Pete Honoré 2 weeks ago, telling him how excited I was that Victory's gonna send me an amp for me to show you guys. And I mean, he's a Victory artist and he's very familiar with the brand. So I'm going and talking to him. I mean, we've all signed non-disclosures and stuff like that, so we can talk between each other. So I'm going on and on about how cool this amp is. And I've only played it and then, plugged it in and didn't really pay attention. He says, yeah, man, it is really cool. He let me speak. It was nice. He says, it's really cool. Did you take a look at the logo on the back? So the Deputy is done in conjunction with Danish Pete. Now, you might be thinking immediately that, but wait a second, Pete already has the V40DP, right? That's already his signature amp. Well, this amp's existence came from the mind of Martin Kidd and Danish Pete. So I'm gonna give you the basics, then I'm gonna give you my opinion. This is my opinion. This is what I think the Friedman little sister wished it was. And I'm not talking down on Friedman, because I just spent $3,000 of my own money on a Friedman twin sister, which is two little sisters, the whole thing. But when I played the little sister, I felt, in my opinion, it lacked a few things that are very crucial to me. Things like a little bit of a more spiky response, perhaps reverb would be nice, which is why I went with the twin sister, and then I just run either a pedal in the effects loop or something like that. Now, you may think that this is a 25 watt amp. Now, you may think that the 20 watt amp range when it comes to plexi British style, this isn't really that, I'll get to it in a second, is satisfied with my PRS HDRX 20. Sure, but that's what that is. This is the Hendrix amp. This thing in the back does the Hendrix thing lovely. Does a lot of other things great. I'm not talking, I love, it's mine, it's right there. I love that amp. This fills both of these gaps. It does all of that. It does the Hendrix thing. It does the Friedman little sister thing. All of that with an effects loop on the back and reverb. What have we got? Input, then we have a bright switch. It's a two-way switch. Up is off, down is bright. Gain is very responsive. I love the gain on this one. We'll demo it in a second. Voice, you have up is the voice of the amp. Middle is got about a 6 dB gain boost. And all the way down has got that 6 dB gain boost with a push in the upper mids that makes it perfect. 3-band EQ, a reverb, and a master volume. A master volume on an amp that's 25 watts is the world I want to live in, because it'll sound great anywhere. With the gain and the master, it'll sound great anywhere. On the back, we have an on-off switch, some fuse, bias stuff that you should never touch because you will die, some speaker outputs, a foot switch that controls your reverb on and off, and effects loop, send, and return. It's an all-tube amp. It's the size of a lunchbox. It's 25 watts. And it's really everything I want an amp that's 25 watts to be, because it can do the Fender thing. And if you push the gain, if you put the gain down and put the master up, you get that really Fendery clean thing. And if you push the gain, I don't know how they do it because they always do it, is it goes into British territory. And I love that. I'm gonna play some single coils now so we can get a real good feel of the amp. It's got single coil, and a humbucker, the LSL, the red one. And I really want you, all the reverb is gonna be coming from the amp itself. The reverb is digital, Omega. Bro, first of all, you're not gonna be able to fit a spring reverb in this, number one. Number two, the digital reverb is better than most amp reverbs I've ever heard. Relax, you'll be fine. And whenever you hear it really pushed, I'm gonna be using this, because it just makes sense. Honoré.The Dane. Let's get to it. Oh! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have now heard the Victory, the Deputy. Made in England, all tube. It is marvelous. It is marvelous. If you're watching this now, I'm probably at NAMM meeting these people as we speak. I'm gonna do a little vlog. It's not gonna be a long video or any of that. I'm just gonna do a little vlog and me showing you what NAMM really looks like. And it really is an honor, man, to do this demo for you guys. I have to send this back. But here's the thing. I bought a Victory 140 with the matching cab. So that's going to be here soon. Right after I come, they're building it as we speak. Right after I come back from NAMM, it's going to be here. I'm going to do a video on that, obviously, but that one's I'm going to keep. This one I have to send back. And I'm really considering selling one of these guys in the back. Definitely not this guy. This guy's not going anywhere. But I'm talking about like the plexi stuff that I have and getting this and a matching cab instead, because it just makes sense. The HDRX 20 I am in love with. I still love this amp like the day I got it. Let's get this clear. I wish it had reverb. I wish it had an effects loop. I don't really use effects loop that much, but if I ever want to run that EchoFix reverb into it, I wouldn't want to run it in the front. I would run it in the effects loop. So it's little stuff like that are making me really think. Like this has changed my mind. This has caused problems. I hate this amp now. If this was your first time on the channel, welcome. If it's not, welcome back. Thank you for joining and watching. I'm probably not going to be watching this video when it comes out with you because I'm going to be at NAMM talking to Martin Kidd from Victory, asking where's my amp? Where's my amp, Habibi? It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for watching. This thing is lovely, and I'm actually gonna get one. I think I'm gonna get one. If they make a combo, maybe I'll get one, or I'll get one with a smaller cab. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I'm gonna get one. It's inevitable. Thank you for watching. I have been Buddy Blues. You have been the people of the blues. Until next time.